ladies and gentlemen. I'm here on the show. And I'm here on the show to talk about some news. We're going to start with the NFL here. So, Eagles fullback Ben Van Sumeren, he tore his patella tendon Thursday night and he'll be out for the season. Went down the first play of the season. Man, wait all off season and tear your patella tendon first play. So hopefully speedy recovery for him. The Eagles are signing free agent pass rusher Zadarius Smith per Schultz report. And they went after it quick. Is he gonna play in the secondary? I mean, they got a pass rusher Zadarius Smith who's still good, but their secondary's still gonna need some work. So we have some big injury updates for the Giants heading into their matchup this weekend against the Commanders. Offensive tackle Andrew Thomas, he is doubtful for Sunday, while Malik Neighbors with a back injury is healthy and ready to go. So they might not have Andrew Thomas. So Steelers defensive lineman Cam Hayward, he says he's being greedy and asking for a revised contract. He says he cannot play football forever. He would like to maximize his earnings. What he spent his other $150 million on? Where'd all that other money go? You just signed an extension not that long ago, buddy. The Buccaneers are signing cornerback Zion McCollum to a 3-year, $48 million extension. Christian Gonzalez, Patriots star corner, has been ruled out for Week 1 versus the Raiders with a hamstring injury. So, per your report, Micah Parsons reportedly had interest in joining the Ravens before being traded to the Packers. Man, imagine if the Ravens got him, that defense would be loaded. So, Darren Waller, per your report now, is doubtful to play after suffering a setback prior to practice. Dolphins are done for even bringing him on the roster. So yesterday, per your report, Christian McCaffrey with a calf was limited in practice. So kind of something to monitor a little bit there with Christian McCaffrey. Last night, Mozzie Smith, a first-round pick with the Cowboys, was inactive, and Jaden Blue. Not good for Mozzie Smith getting pretty much benched because he sucks. Nick Wright, he says NFL fans need to grow up and stop complaining about commercials being on Red Zone. Oh yes, as if Nick Wright's opinion matters. Malachi Corley wanted $100K from Devontae to give him his number 17, but Devontae says it's not true. He wanted $1 million. My God. The Seahawks plan to have undercover law enforcement officers wearing opposing team jerseys at their home games this season. This is an effort to identify guests who are violating the team's fan code of conduct at Lumen Field. The 49ers reportedly offered wide receiver Juwan Jennings a 3-year extension worth around $48 million, $16 million per year, according to 49er Sports Talk. He opted to do the 1-year prove-it deal, and he's seeking over $20 million per season with more guarantees. I'm sorry, but he's not worth $20 million. I'm just saying, man. Defensive lineman Cameron Hayward, who was seeking an adjusted contract, was not at uniform. Didn't appear to be uniform or at practice yesterday, and the Steelers played Jets on Sunday, so he might not play, man. Amari Cooper has informed the Raiders he's going to retire. Bill Belichick banned Patriots scouts from being in attendance at UNC practices. The Seahawks signed Abe Lucas to a 3-year, $46 million extension. The Broncos are signing superstar pass rusher Nick Bonito to a 4-year extension worth $120 million. So the Broncos getting a big deal done there with Bonito. Travis Kelce was asked if this would be his final season. He said, and quote, "If it's the last year on the contract, but I'm feeling young and ready to rock." Jamar Chase is leaving Nike to sign with Fabletics, the apparel brand that Kevin Hart invested in. The Giants have created over $12 million in cap space by restructuring offensive tackle Andrew Thomas's contract. The Commanders are, end quote, very high on rookie Bill Merritt-Krosky, says Jay Fowler. Don't be surprised if the 7th round rookie has an immediate role in the team's offense. He's currently listed as their running back 4, but I don't know. I don't know if depth charts really matter that much. The Jets' offense reportedly plans to be, end quote, run-heavy, keep-away style that will lean on running backs Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis, along with the quarterback Justin Fields' running ability. Makes sense. Justin Fields ain't that great of a thrower, and they have good running backs, and Justin Fields can run, so makes sense. So, per report, Anthony Richardson's agent met with Coach GM Chris Ballard, and while he didn't request a trade for his client, the topic was discussed. So the Eagles made a very strong push to trade for former Cowboys pass rusher Micah Parsons, but they had no interest in trading him to a division rival. So more details on the commercials that will be appearing on NFL Red Zone. Ads will be spaced evenly throughout the 7+ hours of Red Zone with double box ads. Viewers will hear the audio of the ads, but the other box will show NFL Red Zone. Has been contemplated and tested for over a year and is unrelated to ESPN. Sounds like a shit show. So, 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey, who went from a full practice Wednesday to being limited on Thursday to not practice today due to a calf injury, is considered questionable for Sunday's game versus the Seahawks. Linebacker Micah Parsons for the Packers, he's listed as questionable due to his back injury. Isaiah Likely, tight end, and fullback Patrick Ricard for the Ravens, they've both been ruled out for Sunday night's game in Buffalo. So the Bills have placed kicker Tyler Bass on injured reserve, meaning he's out for a minimum of 4 games. The Saints, they've ruled out Chase Young and offensive lineman Trevor Penning for Sunday's game versus the Cardinals. The Chargers, they've now added guard Mekhi Becton to the injury report as questionable for tonight's game versus those Chiefs due to illness. What happened? Don't know. Must have ate something. Maybe he ate something and got the shits. Tyreek Hill and Devin Achane for the Dolphins are, end quote, absolutely on track to play Sunday versus Colts per Mike McDaniel. So good news there from Miami. Bengals center Tate Karras signed a 1-year contract extension. But yeah, that's all the NFL news there. So let's move on to some NASCAR. Tomorrow the schedule for Gateway, obviously today only the Xfinity practice session, but for Saturday, Xfinity qualifying at 3 on the CW app, 4:30 on True TV for Cup, P&Q, 7 on the CW pre-race, and then 7:40 on the CW Xfinity Green Flag. Sunday, 2:30 on USA pre-race, and then 3:05 on USA Cup race goes green. Sam Mayer was fastest in practice today, so there's that. Brendan Queen enter Butterbean. Butterbean Queen will make his Xfinity debut at Bristol in the calling number 11 Xfinity car. So, as I mentioned, there was a rumor, I think, one of the NASCAR news, from Ford to Chevrolet, Haas factory team will switch to Chevy next year with Hendrick engines, both Cup and Xfinity. Team also announced will remain the same with Custer in the 41 Cup car, Sheldon Creed in the Zero, and Sam Mayer will also return. Ford and Xfinity is literally nothing. Like, there's literally no Xfinity Ford powerhouse team right now. Because they really don't have shit. Because RSS is probably Ryan Sieg's team, or might go with them as well. So We have a green flag time, 7:40 for Xfinity, 3:05 for Cup. Chase Elliott's spotter, Trey Poison on the roster this weekend as he's on baby watch. Tyler Deering, who's been with the 9 teams additional spotter, will fill in. And that's pretty much it there. So let's talk about some NBA news here. So Jonathan Kuminga doesn't feel valued by the Warriors and is prepared to sign a qualifying offer and enter unrestricted free agency next summer unless the team improves its offer. I don't think we should sign Jonathan Kuminga any more than he's getting now. We just need to move on. And we're gonna lose him for nothing. Well, that's kind of their own fault for not probably trading when his value was probably at its best. That's their own fault. He just ain't a good player, also. Carmelo revealed that he had the opportunity to team up with LeBron, D. Wade, and Bosh, but didn't want to be a 4th option. So Ben Simmons' agent, Bernie Lee, has cut ties with Simmons will no longer represent him. Man, had to be the hardest working agent for those 5-6 years. The Nets don't have long-term plans for Cam Thomas and are unlikely to feature him much on offense next season as they look to tank per Nets Daily. And you tell me they ain't going to feature him much on offense? I mean, he's literally a 20-point per game scorer. Ben Simmons may be forced to sign a non-guaranteed minimum contract. Kawhi Leonard's aspiration deal totaled $48 million, $28 million in endorsements plus $20 million in stock. The stock never paid out, and he still owed part of the $28 million after the company went bankrupt. So EA Sports, it's in the game. Just scrapped plans for a college basketball game. Some schools choose to join 2K instead. I would say, who gives a shit? Just give me a game, but most of it's just going to be the blue blood, or the big team. So yeah, instead of all 300 schools. Cam Thomas is signing a 1-year qualifying offer to stay with the Brooklyn Nets. Ben Simmons is reportedly unsure if he wants to continue playing basketball. He still plays basketball. So the 2026 NBA All-Star Game format is likely to feature a round-robin tournament consisting 3 8-player squads of 2 USA teams and 1 world team, sources tell ESPN. NBA and Players Union presented the format to the competition committee on Wednesday, and the response was positive. Around what? It's just, I don't know about this, to be honest, dude. So let's talk about some wrestling news to end the night. Or to end this video, excuse me. Julia's on the show. Yes, Julia's on the show. Julia versus Meechin for the Women's United States Champions officially set. Julia's on the fucking show. Holy shit. Hopefully it's actually a good match. Julia versus Meechin. Becky Lynch is scheduled to close SmackDown tonight via PW Insider. And we already know what's going to happen, but still want to be hyped. Triple H says magic will be made on SmackDown tonight, and quote, the place is magic, let's make some more tonight. John Cena confirmed tonight as his final SmackDown show. He debuted on SmackDown in Chicago, and tonight will have his final SmackDown appearance in Chicago. End of an era, man. All-time favorite right there. The plan all along was for John Cena to retire in Boston, Massachusetts, as mentioned by his own father in Boston media. WWE is now obviously pivoting via PW Insider. Washington, D.C. Post Malone wants Seth Rollins at WrestleMania next year. The current most expensive package available for WrestleMania 42 next year is going for $37,000 per person. John Cena's retirement match in December will take place in Washington, D.C. Oh God, we're gonna so much for it being in Boston. Man, we're gonna get a Donald Trump appearance. His final appearance has been confirmed: SmackDown, Raw, WrestlePalooza, Crown Jewel, Raw again, Raw, Survivor Series, and then his retirement match. They've confirmed his final appearance in Boston in November of an episode in Raw. Brock Lesnar is scheduled to be in Chicago this week where SmackDown takes place. So yeah, that's really all the news there. So leave a like and subscribe for more, and thanks, I'm out. Peace.